Right now we don't have too much on the go that we need to worry about, so that is of course something that we don't need to necessarily focus on. We do need to go to the trader. We do need to get more electrical parts. I have not forgot about that. We don't have very many of those. And we are not particularly worried about a lot of things. I need what? Nails. Holy cow, guys. Forgot what the hell I was doing. We're going to take that. We're going to throw, I think I have some cans. Nah, I don't have any cans in there, but I'm going to throw them in there anyway. Fasteners, animal byproduct, there we go. So today we are going to do a couple things. First and foremost, we're going to try and pull a whole bunch of boards here. I think we might be, so we need to put the oil shale back in here. Again, I'm not sure how exactly gasoline refining in this game works, so this will be a learning curve for all of us. But as one of our prerequisites, we are going to take a fair number of resources with us, of course, and that is going to, nice, and we move all that, move all, of course, because it's an electric furnace. Oh, and we need boards. So, last episode, we went ahead and laid out the basic outline for that little oil outpost that we're going to do, and that's fine. It is what it is. Oh, we're chalkered. There we go. Alright, and we are going to follow through with that. We're going to go and throw these boards. I'm going to throw as many boards as I can, because I know that no matter how many boards I take with me on the road, I am probably going to need more, and that's fine. It is what it is. Big stuff. We're going to need at least 2 bunches of rope, so grab that. Let's just double check what we need to build the oil stuff. So, aluminum, mechanical, and alright, well there's that for the road. That is 15 aluminum, and we need 6 steel and 6 mechanical. Now there was 2 things I believe we needed. There was an oil extractor, and we're gonna need a mineral extractor if I'm not mistaken. That can go in the sell me for now. We're gonna need at least a stack of those if I'm not mistaken, because if I recall correctly, the oil pump does not actually supply that with any kind of... Now that's the oil extractor. We need iron and aluminum. Oh my god, so many iron and aluminum. So we need 3 more aluminum. We're going to need 18 iron. 6, 10, 13, 16, 18. Again, I have absolutely no idea how many this is going to take. We'll get logs and sticks on site. This is going to take a lot of screws, nails. There we go. And we need the bricks to dry because we're going to need this forge. Now, it should be noted that, again, I have no idea how this works. So, if we need nails, not screws. A couple of, there we go. Move all. There we go. I'm just going to take all my iron ingots. I have no idea what I'm going to need. And we'll throw the rest of those boards in there, actually. Again, take as many boards as we can get our grubby little paws on. That'll work just ducky. So on our way to the trader, we're going to drop off every resource we're going to theoretically need. I have no idea exactly what's going to be needed, and that's definitely not the best way to go about it. What time is it? 1:04. Ooh, it's getting dark because it's raining. So we'll go ahead and we'll get logs as needed on site because there are trees nearby. We have absolutely everything that we can possibly imagine that we're gonna need. And there we go. We're gonna take our water. Let's just see how much power we got going. We're fine. I'm gonna throw one more load of iron into the... Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with steel. We need 6 more and we will go with maximum effort. There we go. We got so much stuff there. And I don't think that our bricks... I don't think they're dry yet. No. I'd love the little circle that tells you how far along they are. That'd be nice. But I know that's probably asking a lot. Alright. So let's get going. I want to get to the desert fairly quickly. Again, we're going to need a lot more electrical parts. It's hard to believe that extractor and whatever does not take any power, though. They don't even take electrical parts. That's just weird. So what are we doing today? Well, aside from throwing the parts that we have into the build, we're going to be attempting to set up... Oh, wrecked. We're going to be trying to set ourselves up cash-wise so that we can... Wait, it occurs to me the sell me box was pretty much empty. I don't know why it was empty. But we'll just go looting then after we drop these off. The great thing about having some sort of small operation there is if we build that small little outpost, we'll always have a sign that, hey, this is where we turn. Guys, always thinking. So we're about to learn real quick and in a hurry just what the deal is here with the whole gasoline refining. And again, once this is set up and we figure out the process, that's pretty much it. The oil refinery is pretty much strictly for, as far as I could tell, for gasoline. I suppose this would be a lot more relevant if you were using a lot more gas early in the game, which we aren't. Most of what you can run can be run on biofuel, and I'm actually fairly certain that you can also run generators on biofuel as well. So what we're going to need is some organization. So for sake of ease, we're just going to throw down log stands. We'll be destroying these before we go. Oh, no room in the... Of course, we're chockered. Stick stand. The beautiful part about these stands is they don't require any kind of setup. Get that out of here. Well, I hit him. We're going to focus on the platforms first, and then we're going to build up some defenses. And I'm actually going to bring the truck much closer. Get some allo going while we're at it. That's as close as I really want to go with it. The drop is just too substantial. That out. So why are we building so many platforms? You cannot build walls without having platforms. So unfortunately what's going to happen here, for the most part, is we're going to build up the walls. Actually, I'm going to do that now, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, for the most part, I should be able to get most of these platforms finished. Boom. And we need a door. Exactly. And we're going to need a ramp. Right? And this is exactly why we brought so many boards. We're not so much worried about... Oh my god. I need to be able to carry more boards. It is not that cold. Oh my lord. It's not that cold. Or at least it shouldn't be. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, what we're going to need is an oil extractor and a gas refinery on one side and a couple of mineral extractors on the other. And we're just going to have this central platform that runs down here. And the funny thing is, if you place some walls around the bottom, you can remove the platforms. Really? Good lord. Nice. Alright, I'm not going to piss with it too much. We're going to go and we're going to get a large tree and we're just going to chop it down. Who would have known that the desert in October would have been so cold? Absolutely ridiculous. So you see what I mean though, guys. It doesn't matter what we would have done. We would have been in trouble with the planks anyway. Alright, and that's the last of that. And we need walls. Alright, also need walls around here. Geez, most of this I think we might be able to get away with not having to put a second thing on the top. Alright, let's see what we need to be able to place. So the distiller, as I thought, is going to go on the top of the platform here. And we're just going to throw it there, because it seems to be a good place for it. The sad part is I definitely have enough for... I don't think I have any plastic. I don't think I grabbed any. Nah. Excuse me. I have enough logs, or not logs, planks to do this job, but we got a front door defense anyway. Let's make sure that this gas extractor doesn't require a foundation. No, it requires... So, well, guys, I have a choice. I can make 3 saw benches, or, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to throw down the stuff that we need. So, we're absolutely going to need an oil extractor, which thankfully fits inside the... Excuse me. Sorry about that. And we're going to need screws. Stop it. Alright. Oh, God. So, right there, we need the oil shale in order to... And for that, I believe we need to set up mineral extractors, which we're probably going to need at least 2 of. Mineral extractor, I'm pretty sure if we do that... Alright, so here's the thing. I don't want to mess around too much with... And we're not going to be able to build the whole thing at this point anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the ring of defense, and once we get as much of that done as we can... Stop, you are not that tired. Quit it. So we're going to set up as much of the defense as we can, and we need the rope. I don't know if I dropped the rope or what's going on here. There it is. We're not too far off of having this place defended, so I mean that's good. So we're going to need to come back. I am going to throw absolutely everything I have, though, into... Need nails. I have nails. Do I have planks? I do have planks, but I want to... Alright. Plastic and aluminum. This is what we need for that. We're going to need a couple more iron, unless I have more in the truck, which I don't think I do. We're going to place this at the end. So we'll finish up the spike wall, because I'm pretty sure that we have most of the stuff we need for that. And then we'll take down the stands. Alright. That is as much as we can handle with one run. Alright. We take the stick stand, bring it inside. Again, I have no idea how this works. So, we're going to keep one log stand, because if I'm not mistaken, we're still going to need logs to finish up the roof, which we are obviously going to want. But most of what we need is planks now. In fact, I'd almost say all of it is. I want to finish that. We're going to need 3 aluminum, 3 plastic, 2 iron, so 5 bars between, I don't know, maybe 20 iron and 3 aluminum. We'll just call it that. Because I feel like we're going to need at least a second extractor to make this work. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go home, we're going to throw all the excess in our box. We're going to need about 90 clay to throw, well, maybe, no, we're going to need 90 clay. We're also going to need enough for a power junction, like a power control panel. We may also need one of the junction box sort of thing. Well, a box of iron, 3 aluminum. We're just going to grab 5. And the rest is all going to be planks, I think, except for a handful. We're going to need at least 90 clay for the roof. Logs we can get on site. And obviously we're going to need some plastic. I may upgrade the walls to concrete. I don't know. It depends on how much we have, really. Oh, easy. So, I don't remember exactly what it was that I needed in aluminum for that one thing. We're going to fill the bottom up first. Move all that. We are going to put the mechanical parts in there. We're going to put the rope back, because we do not need that anymore. I'm going to take that. Glass, no. Fish oil, no. Take that. Fasteners. There we go. Throw that in there. There's medical. Alright, iron. Don't have any there. That's fine. We need to get the other furnace up and running anyway. We melted a whole bunch of steel. Get this back up here where it belongs. There we go. Oh, and of course, we're going to need some wires. We're going to need the upgrade tool. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. We are going to need the wires because we're going to need to wire that new one. That one there. Now, what do we need for screws, cobalt? So, worst case scenario, we're going to need screws, and we're going to need iron, I believe. It said iron, yes. Maximum of 6. Okay, we're just going to check the junction. We got 400. It's beautiful. That should be 19 right there. That's 20. That's enough to complete our second. I need nails for mineral extractors. 10 nails will do the job. There. So, we have all that in there. Then we'll need all the boards. Alright. I think that having this many plank stands full of planks is a lot of planks, and then you decide to build anything at all. And you learn real quick that, no, it's really not. Okay, we got some spare room, because I totally forgot about the clay. I just want to get this done. I want to get this box in particular ticked off. We're going to grab those, and then we're going to grab 1, 2, 3. I figured. It's going to be slow going, guys, but honestly... Oh, wait, what do we need for a roof? Just planks, logs, and... Nice. Sweet. The absolute last thing you want to do is go to all this trouble of trying to build a decent-looking base or whatever, or a decent-looking outpost, and then discover that, oh my god, for whatever reason, I don't have this one particular... and then have to travel all the way back. I knew I was going to be making at least 2 trips, so I've made my peace with that, but... Alright. In here, we're going to throw some clay in here. Okay, give as many as we can there. Now, you know what? I'm going to quickly refresh my energy. That seems like the smart thing to do. We'll refresh our energy, have some water, have some breakfast, and then we'll head back out there, because it doesn't really take all that long to refresh your energy. Wake up, please. Thank you. So we should have everything we need, including the upgrade tool. Just watch, that'd be the one thing that I forgot, right, with the upgrade tool after already having it in my inventory. That would absolutely track. Those spikes stick out way too much. Not necessarily like that. I'll have to fix that at some point. I'm not going to fix it right now. So once we actually finish building, stop it. Unsafe driving practices. Wow, Safety Sue be so disappointed in us. It occurs to me you guys have no idea who Safety Sue is. I promise you, once we get started on our Valheim playthrough, you will understand. Can't believe it took us this long to get this done. Although I suppose it shouldn't really surprise. Not really. It's kind of annoying that the oil extractor doesn't tell you that it needs power, though. Because that would have changed how I went around doing this a little bit, at least. Massively, I guess. Alright, let's get cracking. Alright, let's get as many of these slapped down as we can. I don't remember where we left off for lower walls. Let me get those done. There we go. Oh, shit! Son of a... We forgot plastic, guys. It's okay. Plastic's actually fairly easy to come by. I'm sure we'll be able to... Like, we could probably pull that from the trader's thing. Alright. Go get our biofuel and that. Oh, and I need some more boards. They're planks. I don't know why I keep calling them boards, but I guess probably because they look like boards, I guess. Let's grab that. That's too many. I guess we're doing it this way. Got 10 clay in there. We're going to need some logs, which is fine, because we knew we were going to need those. Alright. Now, I'm going to start throwing some of these in here, just for now. And we're going to go and we're going to harvest some tree. Remember, we're not about wasting materials here. So we're going to see if we can't hook this directly up to the junction box. And if that is, or the control panel. And if that is not a thing, that is when we go ahead and go. So it doesn't look like we could do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place a junction box. And that will work. So we'll throw that down. And just going to go ahead and we're going to throw this there. Actually, no. We'll throw it there. Alright. Iron, copper, cobalt. Alrighty then. Oh, need the wires. There we go. Now, let's see about... Just need some logs now. This is where we're at, guys. We have no idea when this thing is going to drop anything. At all. We don't know whether it only... wonder if you could cheese the odds. Force it to... So that does drop oil shale, which is an important thing to know. So what I'm wondering here, guys, is if we fill... Because sandstone takes an absolutely ridiculous amount of space. So my question here becomes, if it doesn't have a place to put things, will it be forced to spit out shale? I don't know if that's the case, but we are about to find out. Theoretically, it should not produce anything but shale in its current configuration. So we either just broke the game, or it doesn't work that way, in which case, whatever. Not too worried about it. We need plastic for that. If this does work, I might actually do this with, because if we right click on that, so I might dot the rest of this in regular stone. Oh, you know what? It might actually wind up spitting out stone anyway. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and fill all the empty spots with shale. Now this is, so you put oil shale in here, it makes oil, which is, oh, hello. So you have to add 25? You have to. Well, alright. So we can check back here anytime we like, and we'll see that all these junction boxes are in fact on. And right now, we're sitting pretty on 400 power available, 7,000 stored. It's a good thing, right? But you have to keep an eye on that. So this should spit out either stone or oil shale, and it should not spit out anything else. Because we've left no room for... And I actually want the stone to generate in here. So we're going to leave like that. Of course, we'll need the 3 plastic for that. Wait, what? Oh, you know what it probably is? It got interrupted. So check this out. You have to have 24 in here to start the process. Or 25, I think. If I'm not mistaken, the way this will work is once you put in a stack of 25, you just leave it, and it will produce until that 25 mark is hit. Yeah, see, we got another oil shale. So it takes slightly less time for the oil extractor than for the mineral. Well, whatever. That's not so bad. Keep that one log holder. We'll keep the... if we need to get another extractor and a couple more mineral extractors on the other side, I don't see that being a problem, really. But it looks like what'll happen is the oil will not, or the oil extractor will not start unless that's a thing. So I'm kind of tempted to speed this up, but I probably shouldn't. No, I'm just gonna leave it. All right. Oh, I should probably have a door, eh? Yeah, I could put a door in there. That'll work. So why did I need so many aluminum ingots? Oh, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to put a plank stand in here with some planks. 3, 6, 9. I need one more iron ingot in here. If I decide that I need more stuff, there we go. If I decide I need more stuff, like more extraction, I can always throw another mineral extractor down. So does this produce stone? I don't know. It might not. And if that's the case, then we're solid gold. But we'll come back in a little while and see where it's at. We don't need sandstone, but whatever. We're just going to leave a plank stand full of stuff here. There we go. Oh, and should probably leave... You know what? I'm just going to build another chest. I'm just going to build another box. There's nothing wrong with having multiple boxes in here. So, got some screws, nails. So it does have 24 of 25, but it's still going. So what I'm guessing is, as long as you have... I need those for... No. So I'm guessing as long as you have... you know what? I'm going to take some oil extractor, I think. Steel and aluminum, mechanical. We're gonna place some mechanical parts in here. And do we have any steel left? Or no, I don't think we have 15 aluminum. I don't think it's gonna matter. We'll go ahead and throw that in big stuff, which is where we would be putting it anyway when we're looting. And then that. So we got the oil extractor. That's pretty good. Gosh, guys, I don't even know where to go. Maybe we hit this one here? Oh, you know what? We might actually be able to fix the trailer up. Let's go see about fixing the trailer up. Because if I can fix the trailer up, I could recall it. Let's go see about that. That is, after all, one of the things that we got to finish during this playthrough. So we'll go and we'll check out the... I'm pretty sure it just takes some iron ingots. I'm pretty sure it's not even all that expensive. I think there's only 3 of them. We might actually have that. Now, if it takes like plastic or anything like that, well, you know, we're not very far off that either. We got to get some plastic anyway. So the thing about the gasoline and the oil is it's so finicky and it's unnecessary in a lot of cases. The oil extractor is electric. So the oil pump makes it so that the extractor that gets you oil shale, the extractor that gets you oil shale runs on the oil pump. So you don't even need biofuel or anything for that. The only thing in that shed that I could see needing oil or biofuel is the actual distillery, and I'm not even sure that's necessarily the way you would want to go with that, because you can run that on oil as well, and since you're in your production house, someone would think that you would have enough oil, if that makes sense. It is what it is, but if they're electric, then the only thing that you actually need gas for is the vehicles, and that's super easy to come by. Oops. Turn. No. It seems like gas is not as useful as it could be. It's certainly rare, but if you're shutting your car down every time you get off the damn thing, it shouldn't be an issue. But we do need to have a ability where we can make gasoline. That's part of the self-sufficiency thing. So, get domed, son. Don't get me wrong, the need to refine gas is, from a realism standpoint, it is kind of necessary. And gas don't run the same way as diesel. 3 ingots, 20 screws, 3... Oh, I have like all of that. 3 iron ingots. You are supposed to be making noise when you attack. Anybody else, again, making noise when you attack. Rude. I need screws. I had screws, I thought. Oh, did I leave them back? I might have left them back at the oil outpost. That would be silly. But it would absolutely be a neat thing to do. Well, we're here. We might as well see if this one's respawned. Pretty sure we hit this one already at a point, but oh, there's some mechanical parts. Fish, glass, nice. Really after, yeah, there we go, there's one. If I can get the 3 plastic that it's gonna take to play dead. How much does this take? We got all the mechanical parts and crap that we need. So, big stuff, there we go. That's a big thing. Little stuff. Sell me. Sure. You know what? I don't need more bricks. Bricks are not the thing I need. Take that, of course, and that. You'll notice I'm not using the T as much to take all. And that is because, largely, I don't need everything. I just need things here in order to round out my my inventory. So, what we're really after right this second is the 3 plastic it's going to take to finish, I believe it's the oil extractor? No, the gas distillery is what it was. That's, oh, there's another one. Don't need clay. I got lots of clay. Fun fact, you can also use oil to make plastic if you play dead. Anyway, you can also use oil to make plastic. Ooh, electrical parts. Nice. You can in real life. I don't know how complicated it is. I know you can do it. I also don't know if there's a specific workbench that you need for that, or we can look that up. I'm sure we probably have the workbench that would do it for us. There's our plastic. I mean, we've already got pretty much everything that we needed from here. But we're going to keep going. Electrical parts. Oh, stop it! God, so aggressive. Feral animals. Holy hell. Well, we got some screws. Just eat them first aid kit. Oh my god. Stop it. Oh, I need to put that stuff in the cooler. Nose. Oh, that's not good. What's the timer on? Okay, throw that in there. Liver's way more expensive. We'll just have to hurry because I don't want to lose any of that, honestly, and I don't want to just waste it. That is far too bad. Come on, you're killing me. Oh, we already looted this one. Did we get this one, though? I don't think we did. Oop, more plastic. It's a good thing we'll be hitting the trader on the way home anyway. And in case you were wondering, yes, I do officially feel like an idiot. I left the plastic at home, which was not great. Could we get some screws, please? Where are they all? Seriously, there was a point where I couldn't find enough nails, and I found nothing but screws. Then I found nothing but screws, or nothing but nails and no screws. And now I just need a handful of screws, and I can't find them. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure we're running out of things to loot in the POI here. Pretty sure that was the last of them. See, they're not making any noise, and that's very frustrating because they're supposed to audibly howl when they get aggroed. As you guys can tell, they are not doing that. It's not good. Well, there's hiccups in every game, right? Oh, there's another one down there. Did we find any more? No. We're going to have to come back with screws. That's okay. But I do feel like we need to head back home anyways. You know what? Let's hit up this one. We'll hit up that one, and we'll see if we can find a pocket full of screws there. We just wanted to chill. Why is it we gotta kill everybody? The older I get, the more I think about games like this, you know, fighting zombies or whatever. It makes, well, this is a POI by itself, I guess. Wait, there's a house. Where's the kitchen? Right over here. We'll heal. Oh, there's a garage over there. All these nails, no screws. We're gonna have to head home anyway, because we got 4 livers. I don't want to waste them. I don't want them to go bad. So we're gonna head home, and then we'll hit the road again. Maybe on our rip back this way, we'll... Oh my god! Stop it! My controls are going crazy, guys. Oh, we need to stop and drink straight until the T. And then we head left. The T intersection. We'll rip through, we'll check on the refinery, because I'm hoping that it's not just spitting out sandstone. That would be awfully unfortunate. As far as I know, though, if you don't have room for it, it doesn't appear. Like, it just doesn't produce that. We might have forced it into a pattern of spitting out only oil shale, which, if that's the case, hey, great. Some more screws. So you could use a gas generator with gas, but I would presume that you could also use biofuel in that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Just going to buy all the furniture. There we go. Why am I buying all the furniture? Well, simple reason is it's part of the challenge. Is buying all the text, the info, the furniture plans, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna buy all those too. All right. So the idea behind the oil refineries, you're not there all the time. You're not constantly going back there and doing all that sort of stuff. Like, you're not constantly doing that. You go down, you go to the trader, check and see how much oil you got or whatever. An argument could be made with this kind of setup. Realistically, all you would wind up... Oh shit, we went the wrong way, guys. Stop it. Don't mule at me. That was freaky. You could make an argument that you could do 4 oil extractors and 2 mineral extractors and 1 gas distillery and probably be okay. Honestly, though, if you're not using oil much, what would be the point of it? I'm going to go ahead and say that, in my opinion, depending on how much oil cans it takes to make gas, of course, which I've never done before, depending on how many oil cans it takes, you may not even need that many. If one oil can is 1 can of gas, and I don't know if it is or whatever, but if that's the way it is, then realistically, you don't need a ton of oil. You know what I mean? It's just not necessary. Is he watching me? I don't know. He might be. No, he's not watching me, because if he was, he'd be attacking already. I need plastic, because that will allow us to at least examine the gas distillery. You're not that tired, stop it. We're going to take those. There we go. So how does this work? You know what? Let's try not run that. I don't understand, but I can tell you that this does not work. You cannot use biofuel with the distillery. So the question being, biofuel cannot be used to run the distillery. So what does that mean then? Let's see if this fires up once we get it to 100. All right. So I don't think this is a case of needing 100% in the pot. I don't think. So basically you take, it looks like 5 oil cans, you throw them in the top pot here, which has lost its wheel, and then you throw wood, or I'm guessing coal could work too, theoretically, and it'll spit out oil cans down here. Convoluted. A little bit convoluted. And not at all necessary to be that complicated, but there we go. It'll produce 1 gas can every 10 minutes, which, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not needed to think about gas at all this playthrough. I'm not saying there's an overabundance, but I'm anal about turning off my vehicle most of the time, so I suppose if you're running around and running in and out and you're spending a lot of time away from your truck, you might go through more gas than I do. I build a lot more in this game than anything else. But you need consistent fuel. So it looks like 1 stack of oil shale will get you 5 cans of gasoline, which is absolutely ludicrous for an exchange rate. No reason to really worry about gasoline. You could get by with 1 and 1, I would say. By the time you're going to need more gas, it's going to be moot. It's not going to care. I think the only way that you're going to care and be worried about gasoline production is if you're running gas generators. And that's assuming that they can't run on biofuel. So, again, I've never built the gas generators because I find them loud. I don't like them. They just drown everything out to me. So, I super appreciate, by the way, that the developer made the water wheel the same kind of output as a gas generator. That's just mint, in my opinion. I wonder if you could put a couple of solar panels on Big Red. That'd be funny as hell to watch or to look at. Or maybe like a gas generator. Probably not. Well, I wanted to do more looting than we got done, but I'm afraid I can't stay and play forever. I mean, we did get the oil refinery done. That is a step. It's something we had to do. It's not something that necessarily is a waste. It's just unfortunate that it took that long. We do the fat waddle. So, I think next time we'll try and throw down that other garage for the ATV. I suppose you don't really need more than 1 in 1 location, but it just seems right. Everything's still going. It's crazy. I don't know, guys. I don't know if the gas distillery is totally worth it. It's honestly why I don't tend to build it all that often. It's a little overpriced and underperforming, in my opinion. I guess it doesn't have to be, but look at that. We use all of that just building up the oil refinery, and it's just a small little outpost. Not even anything really special. Suppose that happens, though. Actually, did I leave any screws in the truck? Excuse me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those screws and I'm going to throw them over the road. Do we have a partial stack of screws? Yeah, we do. There we go. See, and here again, now we're getting stuff like pipes and stuff that we're backing up on, right? I will be honest, you could probably get away with about 50 wires and probably 25 pipes for your entire playthrough. And I don't think it would set you back all that far, if at all. I truly believe that you do not need necessarily to have, you don't need to have all that many pipes in. Because you only need one to go from each connection, right? And that's the thing. You don't need all that many pipes. You can sell the rest of them. So don't worry about hanging on to them, guys. It's okay. You can let them go. Aluminum, steel. The unfortunate part is we're reaching a couple of bottlenecks at a time here now. Because we're actually doing so well. And that might sound backwards, but I promise you it's not. Right? We have so much prepped food. Check this out. So much prepped food. We got a box full of prepped food. Some of which will never go bad. Most of which will go bad eventually. But not before we get rid of it. So really the only thing that we got to worry about now is we got to finish up the fridges. It's pretty important. 10 electrical parts each though is pretty hefty. It's pretty hefty. But on the plus side, we shouldn't really need them for anything else other than that. Right? All of our other production is done. I think, well, we might need, hang on, let's check that. If we even have the tech. I don't know if we do. See, we'll need 8 electrical parts for our 2 electric circular saw benches. And that's the only other things we need, realistically. Oh, you know what? We can build this. And we've needed to build this for a while. So, air bench. No, I don't like it. It's not square. No, air bench. There we go. 10 steel. Oh, there we go. And screws. What? Oh, bollocks. Wait. Oh my god, guys. So, not sure how that happened at all. I'm thinking it might have been I was that tired. I think I died from exhaustion. So, little reminder, don't run yourself exhausted. It's a bad idea. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, we're in trouble now. I don't know why this is the only place that it wants to spawn me, but not good, guys. Also, -2, not that bloody cold. I'm wearing snow pants. Nope. Stop. I don't know where that guy is, but... Dude, fuck's sakes. No cans, no tea. Oh my god. I may have to take triple death here. Just to... Okay, stop it! Stop huffing! We're screwed. There's no way. I couldn't even see him. This is bull. Why am I spawning back here? This is not where I was closest to. This is at least doable, although not ideal. I really wish I knew why it was putting me at the farthest location from where I was from, or from where I was. I died in my base, and I teleported halfway across the map with no way to get back. I don't know what that's about, but that is some bull. Where am I? Oh, there I am. No friendlies. Stop your huffing. You're fine. Eat it. I'm going to admit, guys, I'm a little annoyed at that, because why? I died 5 feet from my active spawn, and I can't get back. That's just some bull. Also, I guess, technically this is maybe closer by a little, marginally. Still, that's pretty annoying. You know, I shouldn't need to build a garage in every outpost just so I can recall my ATV or Big Red. If I happen to be unfortunate enough to get punted back there when I die. That's just stupid. And expensive. Play dead. Seriously, where? I heard the roar, but I don't see no Vambi. Of course, no friendlies. Where? Stop. Play dead. I would also like to point out that at this particular moment, if I were to die again and get teleported back to my other outpost, that's just ridiculous. Because I am very clearly much closer to my base in every measurable sense. Stop huffing, you're not that tired. I don't get frustrated at games very often like this, but when I'm dying for stupid reasons, I do... Okay, quit your goddamn huffing. Honestly, -2 is not that old. I'm gonna die, but I better teleport to my base. Oh, you little shit. I don't want to delete my other spawn point. I can't not die on the way back there, because raisins. I don't have any shit here. Developer, I have to disagree. -2 is not that cold in the daylight. It's not. I have snow pants on. I should be able to weather this. As a guy who spends 6 months out of the year in minus 30 or colder, this is balmy. I should not be health draining as soon as I spawn in because it's minus 2. That's ridiculous. And I disagree with the last 3 deaths. 3 deaths? 2 deaths? I don't even remember anymore. 3 probably. I also disagree with the fact that I die in my base and I get teleported halfway across the map. That needs to be fixed. If you have more than one bed, you should teleport to the nearest bed. In this case, that would have been 10 feet above me in my room. Sorry, guys. This is one of the most irritating parts of this game, is the fact that it doesn't make sense a lot of the time when shit does go sideways. Right? I died because I'm tired. I get that. Why did I teleport halfway across the map when my spawn point is 10 feet away? Now, why do I have to delete my spawn points just so I can specify that I want to reincarnate at my base? Not halfway across the world. It should be your closest spawn point. That's the whole reason you set up outposts. But in a death loop like that, you can run yourself down to 50 health trying to get back to your base, which is dumb. I went from 98 health just moments ago to 94 because wrong spawn point recognition, first and foremost, and secondly, because minus 2 is being way overestimated. The only time minus 2 is threatening like that is if you're wet, like waterlogged. Then it's a problem. You know, and the worst thing is, we had this whole episode about, you know, what I would rate the game. And I gave it an 8, and I still stand by that 8 rating. I do. But this is something that, it's one of the reasons it's suffering, rating-wise. Death loops in this game are so easy to trigger, even if you save. Right? I don't have a problem with death penalties. I have a problem when a death spiral is triggered just because of a failing game mechanic. That I have a problem with. Right? Like, I died underneath my bed. My bed is right about here, and I died over here looking for screws. That cannot be more than 10 feet from my spawn point. And I got teleported halfway across the map. Almost. Halfway, probably right about there. And my fishing hut is here. It's ridiculous. What is that? Oh, it's a carton. The game is good, but it needs a little bit more... I don't even know what you would call that. Because it's not really refinement. It's just the recognition pattern needs to be worked on. That's all I could say. But anyways, after spending 20 minutes trying to get back here, so that we could log out, I am going to call it here for the day, guys. If you like the series, subscribe. Again, if you have any build ideas, drop them in the comments. Love to hear from you. As we bring this series more or less to a close, I'm going to be looking towards the next thing that I'm going to be putting up. I will come back to this game, especially when the 1.0 hits. But time to log out, guys. When you're getting that upset, when you're that upsetty spaghetti, it's time to log out, and we're going to do that. So, have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Happy holidays, and don't let the Vambies bite. Y'all take care now.